How is it going, everybody? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. I'm going to teach you guys a little bit about the new minion update. So if you haven't heard, they have pretty much made slime minions pretty useless, which is fair. Slime minions are very, very cheap. They can take the corrupted soil minion upgrade and pretty much make a whole lot of coins from a really not expensive setup. Each slime minion used to cost you about 2.5 million coins per one minion, so it made for a really cheap minion setup, making you about 350k coins per one minion at hypermax with mithril infusion, flycatchers, everything like that. But they have actually made it a whole lot worse. Basically, they made corrupted fragments only 1 coin per, which was about the main money-making method from slime minions. It was about 80% of the total profit overall from the slime minions. But on the bright side, we have pretty much found the new metas and pretty much all the useful minion setups that there is to offer. So today I'm going to show you one of the best ones that is pretty AFK. For the time being, you should pretty much log in every so often and collect your drops, or else you'll end up losing out on a whole bunch of money. So this minion we're going to be talking about today is a magma cube minion. Oddly enough, it is actually the slime's nether brother, technically Crimson Isle inside of Hypixel Skyblock. But this minion is going to make you a whole lot of coins, mostly because magma cream is super expensive. These minions yesterday were making us 30 to 40 million coins with 21 of the magma cube minions set up, but it is a little bit lower of a price right now, so it should still be like 25 to 30 million coins a day. And also, this will not last too long, so be sure if you are going to do it, be quick to it. These will probably still be pretty decent money after the fact, but they won't be as good as it is nearly right now. So pretty much the magma cube minions, fortunately enough, go up to tier 12, but are super duper expensive at 20 million coins per, and you are going to need some barbarian or mage reputation if I remember correctly, and also 2 million coins for the raw craft cost from the NPCs in Crimson Isle. For right now, while the magma cream is super expensive, you are going to want one flycatcher, a super compactor, and a plasma bucket inside of this. Or if you're rich enough to turn all of your plasma buckets into ever-burning flames, and you're okay with doing that because you're going to use inferno minions later on, which I don't know if I would entirely suggest. I would say plasma bucket is probably just enough, especially in this instant. We were just fortunate enough to have 31 magma cube minions. We had one tier 12 for the Skyblock XP, and we had all of the other ones inside of chests, and pretty much all of them have super compactors and flycatchers inside of them. You're going to want to have a postcard for your minions, increasing your minions by 5% on all minions for 38 million. I would say that's a pretty good upgrade. You could probably throw mithril infusions on your minions, boosting them by 10% if you'd like, but I'm not sure how long the magma cream is going to be this expensive. There is other flips you could do with enchanted magma cream, but I think that this price will probably go down a good bit, so I'm not sure how exactly long this will last for. Also, I should add, we use 10 inferno minions as well. We craft a legendary inferno minion fuel in our highest tier inferno minion that specializes in crude gabagool, except we're using rare fuel in all of the other minions to maximize the profit gain. Basically, these are a lot cheaper than the legendary version, and you're able to make a lot more profit just from the crude gabagools that these are going to produce. So I should mention, some people are probably going for 31 Inferno minions, and sure, that may make a whole bunch of sense right now when crude gabagool and everything is super expensive, but I think that habanero tactics will go down a good bit, and chili peppers alongside of it. Crude gabagool will no longer be as expensive because everybody will have it. As long as people are putting the fuel inside of their minions, vertexes and apexes and chili peppers, all of that will probably go down in price. I would only max your your Inferno minions at 10, and for those of you that have more than 10, I really suggest liquidating some. It is going to be super beneficial for you in the long run. You probably will not make your profit back from the minions, and if you do, you got to kind of watch your back. A few videos and a bunch of minion changes will make everybody go crazy, and everybody flocks towards the first video. Not only that, but Inferno minions have always made the most money in reality, just because of the rare drops and the extra stuff that you have to do to actually craft the fuel. So if I had a suggestion for you, I would suggest buy ordering crude gabagool and enchanted coal, crafting your 10 Inferno minion fuels every single day, and go ahead and pretty much rake in the profit for the little bit that Inferno minions have left in them. I'm sure that there'll be profit no matter what, but the thing is they won't be as good of profit as they are right now if you buy order the crude and the coal and then craft up everything. And you could pretty much do the same with the sulfur. It's 160 sulfur for a enchanted sulfur. That's probably a craft flip too. Yeah, it's most definitely a craft flip too. So you can do that and get your sulfur cheaper that way for the sulfuric coal. Triple, make sure that you're crafting the crude Gabagool Inferno minion fuel. One legendary in your highest tier one. I suggest making your highest tier one at least a level 5 and getting the rest of them to a level 2, as level 2 is a lot cheaper. And then for 10 of them, you are going to need 60 Gabagool distillates and 20 Inferno blocks. But on the bright side, the rare ones are a whole lot cheaper because it requires the fuel gabagool instead of the hypergolic gabagool, which will be only going inside of your most leveled Inferno minion. Also, I should add, having a tier 5 beacon does boost your minions, obviously. And the Scorch Power Crystals actually work, adding the extra 1% speed and the 20% profile stat boost. They actually work now. They have fixed it about 2 months ago. So for those of you guys wondering if it wasn't broken or if it was broken, it is actually fixed. The tier 5 beacon will give you a minion buff of 10%, and then the Scorch Power Crystal will add a extra 1%. The beacon will not give you the extra 10% minion buff if you have no power inside of your beacon. So make sure you have the power inside of your beacon if you want that extra 10% minion buff. Actually 11 with Scorch Power Crystal and 10 with the normal power crystal that goes inside of here. For this minion setup, you will AFK your island with a Magma Cube pet, making the slimy minions ability on the Magma Cube work a whole lot better, boosting your slime and Magma Cube minions by 30%. So a pet rule that I would suggest is whenever you enter your private island, equip your level 100 Magma Cube. And yeah, you pretty much keep your Magma Cube on whenever you're on the island because it'll boost your Magma Cubes, which will be awesome. Let's go over some of the items. If you want 31 Magma Cube minions, you're going to want 31 Flycatchers, 31 Plasma Buckets, or 31 Ever-Burning Flames. Also, 31 Super Compactors, 31 Free Wills, 1 Postcard, 31 Mithril Infusions, a Tier 5 Beacon, Scorch Power Crystals inside of your Tier 5 Beacon, a level 100 Legendary Magma Cube pet. If you're going to do the 10 Inferno minions, you're going to need 21 of each of those items for Magma Cubes. Then you're going to need 10 Inferno minions, 1 level 5 and 9 level 2s at least. You'll rock double Flycatchers, an Ever-Burning Flame or a Plasma Bucket, 10 Mithril Infusions, 10 more Free Wills, 1 Legendary Inferno Minion Fuel specializing in Crude Gabagool per day, then 9 Rare Inferno Minion Fuels that specialize in Crude Gabagool that you'll have to craft every single day. I should add, you might want to have a double XXL storage on your Inferno minions as they fill up every about 6 hours with Flycatchers, Mithril Infusion, Postcard, and all the proper fuel. So make sure to check up on your Inferno minions. If you are interested in seeing the breakdown of the setup and all of the money this is going to cost you, I have a channel inside of my Discord called Metas that everybody can see and pretty much see what everything is going to cost you before getting into it. So feel free to join up my Discord for notifications every single time we go live, whenever we post videos as well, and whatever else we got going on in there. That's pretty much the best space to check us on out. Also, if you're listening in now, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, and leaving a comment on the video. It would help me out a whole bunch. I've been pretty much trying to grind really hard and put a lot of effort into my YouTube, and hopefully enough you guys benefit from it a little bit too. So thank you guys. We have had different days where we make 30 mil, and we have different days where we make 40 mil just from our 21 minions. We are just specifically talking about the Magma Cube minions, as those are the easiest to predict what they're going to be, and even at that point it's kind of hard because of Bazaar price going up and down. Right now I can say that we are for sure making 30 million coins a day with our setup, and upwards of 40 million a day just with the Magma Cubes, which Infernos should produce 700k at least from a tier 2 with rare fuel, which a tier 2 should roughly produce about 700k profit with a rare fuel, and the tier 5 is a little bit of RNG. It's kind of hard with the Inferno minions to guesstimate how much they're going to make if they have the legendary fuel, so that's what I'll say about that. Both Inferno minions and Magma Cream will have a chance to go up and down, so just be wary. This may only be a short-term thing, but for right now you are making a astronomic amount of coins. Luckily enough, we do not have to make any type of fancy design for these guys. They are just going to sit inside of the normal minion box. They will work away. You do not need any water or lava. It will actually affect their spawn rates. It will not allow them to spawn. It's pretty simple. You just place your minion in the 5x5 cube, box them on in just like that, and repeat for every single one. The setup is really that simple. It is just a 3x3 cube, a 5 tall glass block with a 3 tall air gap on the inside so the blazes can spawn on the inside, and a checkerboard-esque pattern all the way around. Pretty simple. You just want to craft the legendary inside of the highest tier Inferno minion that you have, which ours is actually an 11. You pretty much want to put the legendary fuel in the highest tier minion that you have, and then all rare fuel in all of the other guys. Sorry if this doesn't seem like a super interesting video. I tried to just get the video out and make it make sense so you guys can actually use this on your island. Plus, I don't really think that there is too much you can put inside of a minion video, so I appreciate all you guys for tuning on in. If you guys did enjoy the video, or this did help you on out, share it with your friends, leave a like, subscribe, and follow. I appreciate all you guys for tuning on in, and join up the Discord if you guys are interested in daily streams or videos that we post. Thank you for tuning on in today, fellas, and enjoy your minion setup. Peace, fellas. Bye-bye.